What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Today I want to talk about something that it was a hot topic a few years ago when the PX90 first came out. They talked about muscle confusion. It was like a very big thing, and it was popular for a little while. Now it's not super popular. Like, you don't hear people going like, "Well, I have to confuse the muscle," etc. Rich Piana used to say, you got to confuse the body, right, babe? Like, he used to do that thing like that. Now we're going to talk about why you shouldn't change up your training too often. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that if you change your training too often that you're not going to make progress, because that would just be a flat out lie. That's not true. However, you're going to make faster progress if you don't change your training and stick with something for a specific amount of time than if you're changing it up all the time. We're going to go through why that is. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be like you're changing like the workout to another workout. So let's say you do weights for, I don't know, let's say like 2 weeks you're doing weights, and all of a sudden you're like, look, I'm going to do calisthenics for the next 2 weeks because I want to confuse my body. And then I'm going to do rubber band resistance for the next 2 weeks. Now, the thing is, you're actually doing different things. Like, calisthenics they actually work, right? But you're only going to get a certain type of physique doing that. Lifting weights is going to give you a certain type of physique. Doing the rubber band resistance is going to give you a certain type of physique. So you need to figure out what you want to do and focus on one of those avenues, because doing one thing it's like playing football. You're not going to go play soccer or practice soccer to play football. Like, you play football to get better at football. So therefore, if you want a bigger, thicker physique, you're going to use something like progressive weight training, right? If you want something like a leaner, more like the military style where it's very functional, calisthenics works great. Like the core and the functional training and stuff like that works great. If you want something that keeps you necessarily like stronger, but like you're strong compared to like the average person, but you're not looking like bodybuilding strong, rubber band resistance is great, absolutely. So you just gotta need to figure out what you want to do and kind of pick and choose and then go after that goal. Now, what if within those genres of training, you decide I want to do weight training, I want to be bigger, right? And a lot of times when I have people come to me, I'll look at their stuff and they'll show like, on one day I did this, the next day I did that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Now, they have the body parts still being trained, right? So like Monday they do flat barbell bench. So we'll just take chest for an example, right? Monday they do flat barbell bench press, right? Well, Wednesday they come in and they do flat dumbbell bench press, right? And then the following week they do incline barbell bench press. And then the following Wednesday they do flat dumbbell flies instead. Now, they're all training chest. Technically, yes, right? You're still training your chest muscle. Now, other accessory muscles are contracting and bracing, and basically other muscles are working with that. But here's the problem. We know, and when I say we, I'm not talking about like the medical community. I'm not talking about scientists. I'm talking about those people and the fitness community, the bodybuilding community. Basically, to get the biggest amount of size on your body in the shortest amount of time, you use progressive resistance. Now, if you're doing bench presses one day, right? Let's say we'll take it week by week. If you do Monday this week bench presses with a bar, the next week you come in and you do dumbbells, right? The next week you come in and you do a machine. Here's the problem. You have no idea how to do progression with that. It's impossible to figure out what it is. I'm sure there's some kind of fucking calculation out there, honestly, that'll figure it out. But here's the thing. If you're doing a 315, let's just take a 300, we'll make the numbers normal. If you're doing a 300-pound flat barbell bench, right, which is kind of where I throw my pec on, and that doesn't automatically equate to 150-pound dumbbell flat benches, right? Because it's different. The way the stabilizing muscles are, the way that the dumbbells move through space, the way they go apart, the range of motion, the movement is different. So you're not going to be able to feel progression in those. It's impossible. You're probably more than likely going to be going backwards because the amount of weight used for the dumbbells is going to be less than what the bar is. It's always that way. You're always using less with dumbbells than you are with a bar. Now, the problem is you may get a good pump, you may feel great, but the muscle is going to adapt to added stress, which means that if you went 300 pounds this week, 305, if you can get 302, 303, 305 on a flat bar next week, that would be progression. You'd be able to tell what was happening. If you're hitting the same reps with that, that's progression. The following week, if you can up the weight, cool. If not, maybe the third week after that, you up the weight. You can see the progression and track it. There are metrics to track it. Now, the problem is, if you go from 1 week to the bar to the dumbbells, more than likely, I've never actually met anybody, but I bet you there's somebody out there right now, and people are going to freak the fuck out because they've seen him or met him or whatever. But I've never seen anybody bench 300 pounds and throw up the 150-pound dumbbells for the same amount. It's always less. Whether it's 120s, 110s, 100s, whatever the case may be, it's always less with the dumbbells. So technically, that muscle that needs that resistance to grow and progress with progressive resistance is getting less stimulus. Now, yes, you're still training it, but what happens is you wind up maintaining, not really growing. And then the next week when you come in with the machine, the chest machine, right? Now what happens is the pulley systems in it and the weight stack, like you don't even know how much you're lifting. Like it may be difficult to move, but it actually might be a lot less than the bar. For some reason, maybe it might be more than the bar because you're moving it and you have a mechanical advantage to the pulleys and you're doing a press. You have the hammer strength equipment. There isn't a single person on this fucking planet that could do 4 plates on a hammer strength and then jump on a flat bench to do 4. If your maximum is 4 plates on an incline hammer strength, right? You're not going to hop on an incline bench bar and do 4 plates on each side of that. It doesn't equate. It's different. Like the mechanical advantage is different when you're using a machine. Now, also, the way the body stabilizes, which you're more stable in the machine than on the flat bar, which would allow you to push more weight on that. But because there's a mechanical advantage because of the machine, it's actually less stimulus. So even though you're moving more weight, it's not straight up and down through space. It's on an arc where there's more weight at one point, there's less weight at the other point. So now it's completely different. So to progress as fast as you want to progress, right? I'm not talking about results. I'm talking about the fastest results. Like I am so tired of people out to be like, well, I get results. And I'm looking at them going, bro, it's been like 3 years and you haven't really fucking changed. And I can appreciate the fact that you know what you're doing with your body, but you're not getting it. You could be progressing so much faster if you stopped and paid attention. So when I have a client come to me and they say, well, Jerry, I don't really like doing flat bar. If I put flat bar in their program, can I do dumbbells? I'll say, absolutely, do flat dumbbells, but stay with dumbbells, right? Don't do dumbbells one week and the next week do a machine because the dumbbell section was busy, so you want to do a machine. Stay with the dumbbells because we need to track progress. We need to be able to see those numbers going up and add weight to form progression so the body adapts to it and gets bigger and stronger. A stronger muscle in the hypertrophy range is a bigger muscle. So if you're trying to add mass, that's where you want to stay. But if you're not using the same movement over and over again, and I'm not saying stay with the same movements for the rest of your life, but give it a good 8, 10, 12 weeks where you're using progression. And if you're still progressing in that exercise, like let's say you started out, again, we'll just take the barbell bench press. And I don't know why I'm doing the barbell bench press because that's the one that fucked me up. So I don't know why I'm picking that one. But let's say, you come in one week and 275 is when you start the program and you're getting 275, right? The next week, it doesn't really go up. The following week, you're able to add 2.5 pounds to each side of that bar. So now you're up to 280, right? There's 280 in progression over that few weeks. Over the course of 12 weeks, you finally get up to 315, right? Now, let's say that's the 13th week, you're up to 315, right? You come in the following week and it's stuck, right? It doesn't go anywhere. You come in the following week and it's stuck. It doesn't go anywhere. You're maintaining, right? You come in a third week, all of a sudden you're able to add 2.5 on each side, you go up to 320. You're still progressing. If you're progressing, why would you rob yourself out of growth? Like milk it till it doesn't work. If you've been doing it for, I'd say 6 weeks max, where your strength has plateaued in the hypertrophy range on those exercises, switch the exercise. Now, dog crap training, Dante Trudell and Dusty Hanshaw are masters at dog crap training. Now, I talked to Dusty in person, who I've known for years, and I told him, I said, you know what, I've done DC training, but I'm willing to bet you 99.9% that fucking I fucked it up and didn't do it right. Unless you're being trained by Dante or Dusty, or you're being trained by Mike Mentzer to do heavy duty, or you're being trained by Dorian Yates to do blood and guts, more than likely you're not doing it right, right? Okay, so basically what you're wanting to do is not change your exercises until you're completely done with that progression. Why I brought up the DC was when you have a logbook in DC. You track all your weights every week, and you barbell bench press, you track. When you can no longer get that, so you pick, first of all, let's back up again. You pick 3 exercises. So let's say flat barbell, incline barbell, and flat dumbbell, right? So you start out with a flat bar. When that stops progressing in that logbook for a certain period of time, you now switch the exercise. It doesn't matter if it's a month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. As long as you're progressing, you stay with that exercise. And it's your favorite exercise, which means that you don't want to switch to incline bar because flat bar is your favorite and you don't want to give that up because then you're going to be literally pushing it away, starting another exercise and trying to progress on that for as long as you can. So you fight all you can to keep the exercise that you really like in there. When that stops progressing, then you switch to the next exercise. And when that one stops progressing in the logbook, then you switch again. But the point I'm trying to make is you literally milk it for everything that it's worth. You get every fucking ounce of strength, every gain that you could possibly get out of an exercise till it is not working anymore. And then you progress. You don't just get up in the morning and say, well, last week I did bar, this week I'm going to do dumbbells. Like you're robbing yourself of growth faster than you could be getting it. Like why would you want to take 2, 3, 5 years of gains that you could only get in a year and a half? Like it doesn't make any sense. And I think that their muscle confusion thing when it was thrown out there was a very big gimmick. It makes sense to people that get bored with their workouts. But here's the thing. Getting bored with your workouts means that you don't really love it. Okay, that means that you're there because you just want to get hyped, you want to do things. People that really love those workouts like that, like doing flat bar, like I really love flat barbell bench, like you don't get bored doing it. So you could literally be doing that for every day for the rest of your life and you'd never get bored of it. Other people, they don't really love it, so they get bored, so they want to do the muscle confusion thing all the time so it keeps it updated and interesting and it's not the same old shit. I get it. It's just a different style of training. It's a different goal, it's a different style of training, it's a different way of thinking, and it produces different results. Not saying it doesn't work, but it does something different. The muscle confusion is different, powerlifting is different, bodybuilding is different, functional training is different. Although they're all training and they're under the umbrella of weight training, they all produce different results, and none of them are bad, right? All of them are great for whatever you want to do, but as long as you're doing what you want to do for your goals, that's all that matters. But if you're starting to sit back and say, I want to get as big as I can, and yeah, I want to get stronger, but I'm not looking for 1 rep max strength, I just want to be fucking jacked, you're going to train the hypertrophy range. If you're like, I don't give a fuck how big I am, I just want to lift 1,000,000 pounds, you're looking at a powerlifting type training, right? If you're like, look, I don't give a shit about being big or strength, I want to be able to be super fucking endurant and strong, you're looking at something like the functional training, right? Strong with like functional strength. You know, there's just different things you need to do, and you need to figure out which one you want to do and that you're going to concentrate on. Because if you don't do that first, then you literally are going to be in there spinning your wheels, trying something new all the time, different. And I see it in the gym every day, guys. I see people in there bouncing around, doing all this random shit, and I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, I don't know, you know, I'm doing this. And they have good reasons, you know what I mean? They have absolutely good reasons why they do it, like resting 10 seconds between sets and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Of course your strength's going to go down. But, you know, the thing is, the reasons that you have may not be fitting with your goals. So then you have to take a step back and figure out what fits with my goals, how do I accomplish that, and then give it time, right? I mean, you have to progress, and it takes time to progress. And if you don't give it the time, you're never going to progress. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostrength.com is the blog. It's the progression bicep, and we are